Hey there guys, welcome back to another monthly update video. Today we're going to be going over the numbers that we've done for this month and what goals we achieved from last month, and then set some goals for the next month coming up. So before we get to that, if you are new here, we started a TCG business in the UK, started on eBay, and then we did our YouTube journey to document that. So you can see what's going on and what the process is that we go through. If that sounds good to you, then consider subscribing and keep up to date with everything that goes on. So this month we attended another card show, as we said. We took a lot of stuff from a collection that we acquired on eBay, a lot of low end stuff, so just see what was going on there. We traded most of our English stuff and we got a Prismatic Evolutions ETB, and then we got a couple of loose packs, a Dark Dragonite and a Vitel EX from Perfect Order. And then for the month that we did in sales, we got rid of a lot of our sealed stuff from last month. We haven't managed to buy any more sealed stuff because of the collection that we did. And then I also know that we haven't updated a lot of videos because the collection sort out took a lot longer than I thought. And the video for that's quite long, so the editing's taking quite a while, but that will be coming this week. And then I am thinking about changing the style of the updates. I'm going to do it every week, and then I'm going to record the cards before they get packed so that we aren't displaying eBay stuff. Come to show the cards instead. So yeah, we'll get through to the numbers now. So I sat down again just to make it a little bit easier for myself. So we'll go through the purchases and sales, and then the expenses that we will incur from that as well. So first of all, we bought a massive collection of sealed. We ordered some and we went and picked up a little bit in person. That was £325. And then that day we also sold an Ascended Heroes Pikachu for £3.58. And then we sold a Celestial Storm single in Skeptile for £5.12. And then we sold two Dragon Majesty singles for £2.87, and that cost us 35p in the fees. Again, the 87p there is what they've paid for the stamps, and because we're putting that through our expenses, we are adding that onto the totals. And then we had a big order for a lot of our sealed Destined Rivals ETB, a Surging Sparks bundle, and then a Temporal Forces ETB. And that went for £380 with £31.92 in fees. We sold two Dratini McDonald's promos for £8.24. Sold a Phantasmal Flames ETB for £70. That was personal, it worked through eBay, so I ended up paying the postage for that, which I added on to supplies, which you'll see in a second. So then we bought some more sealed and an opened Moltres UPC for £241, and then we bought some supplies, boxes, phone mounts for the recordings, and a grading kit for £37. And then we bought some supplies, stamps, 48-hour postage for the ETB, and some bubble wrap for £25.91. Then we bought 7 packs of Journey Together at £30. And then we bought a bulk collection with some Journey Together, some Astral Radiance, and a few other little bits and bats, and then a few bits of sealed. That was £220. And then we sold Sword and Shield singles for £5.37. And then we sold Ethan's Ho Ho in a PSA 10 for £76. That cost us £3.65 in fees. And then we sold a Buddy Buddy Puffin Mega Evolution for £4.51. And we purchased a binder from eBay for £223. And then we sold Orgapan single for £287, a Japanese Moltres for £277, and then a Team Rockets Moltres for £9.19, a single Primal Clash Rhyperior for £2.65, and we bought a small lot off eBay. And then we sold Japanese Snorlax from Pokemon Go for £287. Then we sold 3 Crimson Invasion singles for £3.87. And then we sold a sealed Mewtwo promo for £10.12. And then we sold Mewtwo XY Evolution single for £7.32. And then we sold Team Rockets Mewtwo for £3.37. Next was another Team Rockets Mewtwo for £15 one with 36p fees, and then a Litleo from Mega Evolution for £5.87. Then we sold a Phantasmal Flames booster bundles for £40 with 96p fees, a Japanese Mewtwo in a PSA 10 for £55 with £1.32 fees, and then a Mewtwo GX from Hidden Fates for £2.87, a Mega Gengar from Ascended Heroes for £47 with £1.13p fees. And then we bought a small collection off Facebook, and then we also included the taxi, which was £60 in total. And then we sold Radiant Alakazam from Silver Tempest for £2.37. We bought another bundle of stamps for £14. Sold a Charizard Battle Academy for £2.87. Bought a Charizard tin from Amazon for £20. A Surging Sparks pack for £6. Mew VMAX from Lost Origin for £11.12 at 26p fees. And then we sold a Pichu pop figure that we got from one of the collections for £9.25. A Mew 151 gold card for £16 with 38p fees. A Stellar Crown ETB for £65. We bought another little book of stamps for £6.96. We sold another massive sealed bundle for £380 with £9.12 fees. And then we sold the PSA 10 Team Rockets Nidoking for £45 with £1.08 fees. Then we sold a Japanese Absol for £3.37. We bought another collection off eBay with a bunch of toys, keychains, things like that for £331. Sold a Venusaur promo for £3.14. Sold En's Zekrom from Ascended Heroes for £7.66. A Charizard VMAX for £9.5. And then 4 Ghastly cards in singles for £5. Mewtwo EX for £6.87. A Mew V single from Darkness Ablaze for £4.55. A Gyarados reverse for £2.87. A Mewtwo EX from £2.87. Unbroken Bond single Cleffer for £2.87. Unbroken Bond single Happiness for £1.87. And then we sold a Bulbasaur from Classic Trading Collection for £8.25. A Crimson Invasion single Hydreigon for £2.37. A Charizard from Pokemon Go for £3.37. A Japanese Sandshrew for £3.37. A Yang Mega from Destined Rivals for £2.65. Unbroken Bond single Happiness for £1.87. A Raichu Hidden Fates for £1.87. A Diancie from Crown Zenith for £4.05. Umbreon Japanese single for £3.57. A Team Rockets Moltres from the UPC is £45 with £2.17 fees. Viberia from Dragon's Majesty is £3.50. And then a Perrin Twilight Masquerade was £4. A Rayquaza keychain that we got from that collection with all the toys and stuff, plus all the postage and packaging, was £5.05. A Espeon stamped gem pack from £1.90. A Rockruff Baby Shiny from Hidden Fates is £1.50. 3 Unbroken Bond singles for £3. And then Entei Shiny from Hidden Fates was £7.50. And then I bought a few packs, Destined Rivals and a Pokeball tin to open, and that was £30. So in total we did £1,500 in sales, and then with all the stuff that we bought, the collections and stuff, we spent £1,400. So a nice month there really in sales. And then like I say, we've got a lot of stuff for April to start going through, so hope you enjoyed the breakdown. Stay tuned for the collection. Again, that's still being edited. And then like I say, we will be changing up the updates to a weekly format and actually showing the cards. I hope that does a little bit better. Thanks. Bye.